So, John, how do you rate that win today against Ipswich?
In the moment, it feels like probably the best performance I think we've put together in my time here, and with all the circumstances, everything that's occurred this year, this week, the last 6 to 8 weeks, and the importance of the game was so big. So to show up like we did tonight, it does feel like that. There's obviously been some huge games that we've had here, but with the pressure on, as it was, I thought it was right up there.
When your time here, that's 170 odd games, and there's been some great games here as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of recency bias to that, obviously, because we've felt the pressure severely as a club and as a team over the past few weeks, and we felt the need to bounce back after the QPR game. So, who knows? I think everyone's important, everyone's big, but to do what we did tonight off the back of Saturday is very special.
It was like reminiscent of last season as well.
Yeah, it was. It's been frustrating, obviously, because I do genuinely believe we've put in good performances here at home since the turn of the year. We've had the difference, in my opinion, between West Brom and Sheffield United. For example, we put the ball in the back of the net, and we didn't. We got caught on the counter against Sheffield United, same against Hull. So those have been disappointing. I think apart from Swansea, every home performance has been good, but tonight was a bit different. I think that we mixed it when we needed to. We had a side that wanted to play, which probably suited us to a certain extent, and we could press when we needed to press. Second half was a bit more about sitting in and being very, very solid as a group, which I thought we did very well, and we showed different sides to our game that perhaps we haven't had for the majority of the season.
You changed your wingers tonight, and that was Millie Ali from the start of his loan spell tonight as well.
It was, and that's been something that we've one of the reasons we took him out of the side. We had so much reliance on Millie since that Sheffield Wednesday game. He came in, I think, on the Friday, went straight into the starting 11, and he played every single game since, right up until I think Norwich, where we just asked so much of him constantly that it was nice to be able to bring him out and give him a little bit of a rest. And he came on against Oxford, was a difference maker there. He did well at the weekend against Middlesbrough, won the corner for the goal, and tonight, like you said, he was back to his best.
What did you bring him back tonight?
Keshi was pretty much dead on his feet after the weekend, so that was one where we wanted to protect him injury-wise, because I think he's been superb over the next 2 games. So protecting Keshi was a big part of it, and giving Millie that break and then bringing him back in, I thought was the right thing to do.
How good was Millie tonight, do you feel?
He won the man of the match, I think, with Sky, rightly so. He was very good. I thought he did everything that he needed to do defensively very well, so incredibly solid defensively, and what he had, it's just probably been missing over the past few weeks, is those moments of magic. Early on, took Furlong on, he dragged him back, sort of straight away, okay, Millie's at it, had the shot which got tipped over, set up the second goal, and those, he just looked a proper threat. And there have been times when through that run, maybe the ball's gone under his foot, he's tried a trick, it hasn't quite come off, and you still get those moments in the second half where, because we're asking him to constantly go at the fullback, there are going to be times where he gets dispossessed, but we only need to get him to get it right once or twice in the game, and tonight he did that, more than that, and that was why he played so well.
Almost 2 years to the day, Shocks and Colby scored 2 goals to take you to the Championship, and they scored today, which is a giant stride towards safety in the Championship.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, very, very, very special night, I think, overall, because we just haven't done this enough at home this year. Home form has been really poor. We've played all right, but the home form has been poor. Every time we've had one of these games in my first 2.5 years, we've just won them. And for whatever reason, even the Barnsley game 2 years ago, I thought we were awful in the game, but we won it.
Yeah.
What we haven't done this year is that we haven't put a set piece in when we needed to. We haven't got the rub of the green there. Swifty has that shot before Colby scores. Maybe that bounces the other way in the run that we've had. So we've got obviously I think we deserve the rub of the green today. But it's nice to have that feeling.
How's Caballero?
He felt his groin at the weekend. He felt it in the first half, but played through it. And with the players explosive as that, we just had to take him out. We don't know what the extent of that's going to be. We don't think it's going to be too bad, because he did manage to play another game. He didn't come off because of the groin. So yeah, we'll see. I guess the only issue with that is that we've only got 2.5 weeks left in the season.
Is he trained at all yet or anything?
No, he hasn't trained. He's been off it completely.
So could he play again?
I think so. Yeah, we'll have to play it by ear and go there. It's just one of those where 2 days post injury or 3 days post injury, we don't know.
And to say there's not much time left either, is there? So
yeah, at any other point in the season, it's we take our time with it, but we've got to protect Gus as well and see how he is.
Is that the reason why Bianchini was on the bench tonight?
Yeah, with Gus coming out of the squad and with Keshi being having those back-to-back starts, we looked at the situation. We're pretty well stocked at centre half, and just all of a sudden a couple of wingers light. So we decided to register Flo and bring him back in because he's been training very well.
Thank you.